Hey everyone, Robert Crusoe from GTAPropertySearch.com. I sent an email the other day that we are in a buyer's market. With that statement, that caused a little bit of confusion. Questions were asked. People were asking me left, right, and center on why I thought we are in a buyer's market. Bottom line is that stats are stats, okay? So if homes are not selling like they were in the past and people aren't buying them like they used to be in the past, bottom line is the numbers tell the truth, right? In Vaughan alone, we have 1,025 homes that are available at this moment. In April, 226 homes sold. So basically you get 22% of the homes selling. So out of every 10 homes, 2.2 are selling in a month. 4.5 months of inventory are available. So what does that tell you? That basically tells you that if 2 out of every 10 houses are selling, we obviously have an issue. The issue is that people aren't buying like they used to, and sellers that need to sell will do whatever it takes to sell their homes. In other words, what we're basically looking at is anybody who's in a position where they need to sell their home, you will probably, as a buyer, have a little bit more opportunity to reduce that price on that home. If you're not out there looking at houses, putting offers on houses, and trying to see what you can negotiate as far as the lowest price is concerned, you're not going to win. If you're just looking at the market, you're definitely not going to win. Let's look at condos in Vaughan, for example. So there's 262 available condos as we speak at this moment. 83 sold in April. 32% of condos are selling. Just over 3.15 months of inventory. What does that tell you? It tells you that there's a lot of choice out there. If you have 262 condos available and only 83 are selling, that means there's quite a bit of choice there. Now, I know that they're saying that the condo market is really hot. It is in Toronto. Let's jump to Toronto condos for a second. There's 3,012 condos available in Toronto. It's the 15th of May right now. In April, 1,799 sold. 60% have been selling. 1.7 months of inventory for Toronto condos. Big difference from 1.7 to 3.15 in Vaughan. And I'm using Vaughan only because this is where I mainly work. As you all know, this is kind of like my home base. So I'm just using Vaughan as the next best thing. But GTA overall, outside of Toronto, are very similar. You got a little bit of a difference here and there, but Vaughan is pretty much your good sort of standard that you can use for the rest of the GTA out of Toronto. Let's look at homes in Toronto. 2,721 homes available in Toronto. In April, 1,259 sold. You got 46% of the homes are selling. There's only 2.1 months of inventory in Toronto as we speak. So basically half of the homes are selling in Toronto, where in Vaughan, you have only 22% of the homes selling. Again, very big difference. So a lot of the times, a lot of the problems that people are having is they're getting the stats from the Toronto Real Estate Board, which is basically all of the GTA. So as for the whole GTA, 19,662 available listings, both condos, houses, everything. In April, there was 7,792 units sold. 39% of them are selling, 2.5 months of inventory. So when you use the GTA market sort of activity, it's obviously going to look better than if you were to pinpoint, so it's like areas like Vaughan, and Toronto is obviously going to be in a good position as well. If you're looking to buy, the main important thing that you need to know is that you have choice. If you're looking in Toronto, it's not that bad. You're not getting into very many crazy bidding wars. There are bidding wars here and there. Outstanding looking homes in great locations, underpriced. Of course, they're going to go into a bidding war. But the average home that's not, let's say, outstanding or model looking home is probably not going to go into a bidding war. Maybe 1 or 2 offers or something like that, but it's not going to be like a crazy bidding war. Outside of Toronto, you have your choice of whatever it is that you want to buy. You can look at homes, you can look at maybe 10 homes, 15 homes, and you can sort of deduct which homes that you do not like, narrow it down to like maybe 2 or 3, and go put an offer on one, try to put an offer on that one, see if you like it, maybe the best one out of the 10. Then you move down the list until somebody accepts your offer, right? That could be one way of doing it. Ultimately, you have to be happy, so whatever house you choose has to fit your criteria. maybe out of 10, is it a 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, which is rare, but basically you got to deduct all these sort of like, you got to basically choose whatever house that you want to be in. But the good news is that you don't have to be rushed into making a decision. You can take your time, look at homes, take time looking at different homes, different areas, different styles of homes, and then make your decision slowly. Sellers, as I mentioned before, 3 things are vitally important if you're a seller right now, because you're in heavy competition. If 2 out of 10 homes are selling in, let's say, the Vaughan area, you have to look the best. Out of 10 homes, you have to show absolutely the best. Not only does it have to show really nice, but you have to make it easy for buyers to get in. You have to make it easily accessible. Buyers can get in and out. It has to show incredibly well. And most important of all, it has to be priced right. You basically have to make sure you understand that we're not in the same market we used to be. So you basically have to price it at a point that it's going to sell at. In other words, if last year they were selling for, I'll take an example of whatever, $1 million, and this year they're selling for 900,000, you can't price it at 979.9. It's not going to work. It's not going to sell at that price. So recapping, if you're a buyer, great position to buy. If you're a seller, you're in a good position if you do the right things. If you have any questions, give me a call, 416-918-2758, or you can email me anytime, robert@gtapropertysearch.com.